Hi, I'm Vinnie Jones, and this is Great Balls of Fire. So, unless you've had your head up the barrel of a shotgun for the past year, you'll know I've given football the red card and transferred to Hollywood. For a fee, I'm not going to disclose. If you think I was the hard man of football, if you think he's the hard man of the movies, well, take it from me, neither of us would have mixed it with this lot.
But this video just ain't about our geezers like him. Oh, no, no, no. Rugby's got its share of nutters too. Screw your eyeball to this. All Saints meet the Spice Girls. And they've got basket cases doing their stuff on the basketball court too. Over in the ball ring, these geezers screw up big time in the spot the ball competition. And they've got more than their share of crazies giving it some welly in the boxing ring. And in American football, for the first time on your screens, Darth Vader meets the Daleks. And on the baseball pitch, there's some seriously heavy batting going on. And this is a right old soccer bolognese on the mean streets of Italy, where even the local village people turn into Beastie Boys. No ref can handle that lot.
There are a few refs I've come across who thought they were the Terminator. But it's not only football referees who find themselves as popular as, say, Alex Ferguson at the Arsenal Christmas party.
This ref, Senor Alcaraz Sapina, he really upsets the management when he disallowed a goal in a third division Spanish soccer match. Realising the suits aren't about to give him a bonus, he legs it pronto with what looks like a lynch mob right behind him. Just watch him impersonate Linford Christie without the lunchbox. Hold on, there's a defensive wall coming up, but that's not going to stop him because now he thinks he's Spider-Man. You could get a new game out of this, nail the ref. First one to nail him gets a whistle shoved right up their jacksie. This Australian footballer's mistaken the ref for his bank manager. God, that's some kind of ear bashing. And what about this nutter? A kick in the cobblers is bad enough, but then the ref gets a hand job. Bosh! Ladies, dignity, please. Just because this is David Seaman's body double, there's no reason to try and score between his legs. American football refs get it from the punters as well. Not a bad tackle. Oh, someone should sign him up. Heavy metal or what? These ice hockey players love their ref so much, they all want to give him a hug. This is Dutch wrestling at its amateur best, where they fight more after the result than before. But this ref's made more dodgy decisions than Nick Leeson did for Barings Bank. Oi ref, pick on someone your own size. Go on Blondie, carry him away before he gets pulverised. Now this Jimmy Somerville lookalike, he gets more punches than Bruno had in his whole career. But he's having such a good time. Yeah, he's up on his feet again. Go on my son. Now he can see someone in front of him. Oi, that's the ref! He's in such a state now, he looks like Liam Gallagher on a bad night. It's a well-known fact that inside every boxing referee, there's a fighter trying to get out. This one looks like he's trying to get back in again. The geezer in the red and white is another Vinnie Panzienza.
The referee should stop it.
The ref's trying to tell him the fight's over, but he's having none of it.
Oh, down goes the referee. Down goes the referee.
The bloke dressed up like a giraffe is trying to hold him off, but Vinnie's in killer mode now.
And people are throwing stuff. Ice is flying into the ring.
And what do you expect? If Vinnie's mum's going to sew Christmas decorations on his shorts, Vinnie's going to get a bit cheesed off.
Pazienza went crazy.
And here's another ref about to get a dig. It's way out of order, but Johnny Frankham's lost it. He's as out of control as Schumacher coming off a bend at Silverstone. They took Johnny's licence away after this performance, but even if he can't drive anymore, at least he can throw a punch. Now, have you ever wondered what would happen if Hillary Clinton bumped into Monica Lewinsky? I reckon it'd be something like this. A right hook from Butterbean here sends down a ref for the count. There's a whacking 24 stone behind this punch, and we'll see more of Beanie Baby later.
When Sly frocked up in this Rambo gear, he looked pretty hard. That's even without Viagra. So I bet he'd have upset a few referees. Sometimes they're a bit too keen. All you've got to do is shake hands with someone and you're booked. In one game, I was booked after 3 seconds, and all I'd done was walked on the pitch. At the end of the day, football's a contact sport. Players are bound to knock up against each other. The game's all about attacking, defending and tackling. You attack their tackle, as you remember I did with my old mate Gazza. Would you believe after that Gazza sent me a bunch of red roses? So what did I do? You just can't leave a geezer in the lurch. I sent him back a loo brush. But that's the fun side of the game. All too often, it's only the trouble that make the headlines. If I upset the authorities when I was playing the game, what would they have made of these geezers who turned the sports arena into a battlefield? Rambo, eat your heart out.
At half-time in this Toros Nazar Jamaica match, they laid on circus acts for entertainment. These are the Flying Strawberry Sherbets and the Cool Candy Floss Clowns. They're fighting at the moment about who's got the cutest kit. They take fashion very seriously in the Caribbean, as you can see. Just like down at the Den. Oh, what we have here? A peacemaker? Thank God for that. In Brazilian football, you never wear the green and white number 7 shirt, because every other player wants to wear it. Luckily, no one wants the number 13, so he is free to protect the poor geezer in the number 7. The ref intervenes and gives everybody Man at Sea and A vouchers, so they can all get a number 7 shirt of their own. You're probably thinking this is just another Brazilian football riot. Well, you're wrong. It's actually all the News of the Screws journos who didn't get invited to Posh Spice and David Beckham's wedding. They've all dressed up as footballers trying to blag their way in, but it didn't work. See the geezer kicking the fence? He was the best man, he couldn't get in either. He'll just have to read it in OK magazine, just like me and you. And here's another friendly little Brazilian match. What do they put in the coffee down there? This lot are wired because it's just leaked out that Pamela Anderson's been booked for the after-match celebrations. Go on, get down that tunnel, boys! Hey! This lot of Buddhists in this Thailand v Kazakhstan match got themselves into a right old chop suey. Don't they just prove Glenn was right all along? They must have all been footballers in their previous lives. Onto the gridiron football field, where they invented the saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. More flying helmets here than at Hell's Angels convention. Although they take their baseball seriously in Japan, they always make time to reenact a few scenes from Pearl Harbor. And just to get a bit of variety, sometimes they let the Japs win. Over to Venezuela for this 1998 baseball match, where the Caracas Lions took on the Lara Cardinals. It's a very macho game, with the object being not so much who gets the home runs, but who gets home in one piece. It's a bit like doing the Lombarda, only instead of rubbing up against your partner, you try and kick him in the nuts. It's fitting that this next clip starts with a tank, because we're about to see a right bunch of Sherman tankers. This was a rugby match staged for the locals by the peacekeeping United Nations forces in Bosnia. It was the day war broke out, off the pitch as well. Rumour has it that after the match, the Bosnians asked the United Nations to send in the troops to protect them from the rugby players. Now it's back down under to Australia, where the men are men and the sheep are one. Now that's not a bad right-hander as it happens, but it's nothing compared to what's going to happen here between the Aussies and the All Blacks.
A tremendous that he must be sent off. Bryle must be sent off for that assault on Frank Bunce. He hit him with 10 punches, and I didn't see...
A reversal of a penalty here. No need for that, Michael Bryle. Frank Bunce was taken out of play. Absolute nonsense.
Did you know that lacrosse was a game invented by North American Red Indians? Maybe that's why these two are giving us a reconstruction of Custer's last stand. Just have a gander at this. First they have a bit of fisticuffs. When you bite my son, jab and move. When they've punched themselves out, they follow up with some Greco-Roman wrestling. Back on the ice, there's more body checks than at a New York mortuary. This lot are actually fighting over who gets the half-time cheese and onion Watsits. These two look as though they're talking about where to go after the match. Wrong! This one's for you lip readers. I wouldn't fancy a one-to-one with him. He's going to have a headache later. Come on, you Reds! That's going to make his bum sting more than a red-hot vindaloo. You wouldn't believe that trying to put a ball in the basket could cause so much grief. This clip proves that amateurs can go just as loopy as the pros. This is a college match between two North Carolina teams who end up starting a student riot. But of course, you can't have a good fight in the stands without smashing up the furniture and chucking a few chairs about. It's matches like this that keep MFI in business. I reckon that tall geezer's to blame. He definitely started it. I'll let this Brazilian commentator explain what's going on here.
Acabou! Os torcedores do Corinthians invadem a quadra. Uma confusão generalizada, uma baixaria total. O Horácio segue e pede calma.
That was Portuguese for "Don't you just hate MFI furniture?" Everyone always says they don't understand the rules in Aussie rules football. Well, let me explain. Rule number 1. Wear a girl's vest and skin-tight shorts, so you look a right brat. Rule number 2. Only play on a bad hair day. 3. Learn how to fight like a complete nonce. And 4. Never ever kick a ball. Only other players. A change of pace and place. You're going to love this. These two are having a little discussion about who's taking the bull out tonight. And away they go. Bullfighters fighting bullfighters. They've forgotten all about the poor old bull. He's forgotten one of the most basic rules of staying alive. Never wear red in a ring with a bull, especially when the bull's a shirt lifter. This one seems to be keen on blue jeans as well. Does take all sorts. His cheeks look just a little flushed after that. The bull starring in the sequel to The Full Monty.
Football can be a tough sport, and I'd like to think I had a tasty tackle. I played the game hard but fair, and in this next section, we got some geezers from around the world who really do fancy themselves as tough guys. These clips will prove football is a contact sport.
Other butchers at this helping of sauerkraut. This is tackling Bundesliga style. The studs on those size 14s could have taken someone's head off. The flying goalie trained with a Luftwaffe. Another German match starting a particularly painful looking tackle. After he kneed him in the gut, he went off and nicked all the best sunbeds. And now to Spain, and that's Ronaldo, the greatest player in the world. Real Madrid have to bring him to his knees to stop him. Now it's Stoichkov doing a Bulgarian stomp on his opponent's bits and pieces. And that's one in the eye for him. Here's a bit of argy-bargy. And he's going to need a fisherman's friend after that. This is a Brazilian Edmundo, also known as Hannibal Lecter. A little Chianti, please. Mind you, what's the goalkeeper doing out there? That'll teach him to stay where he belongs. Now I think that tackle was just a bit too high. Finally, Junior Biano, the Brazilian hard nut, giving it the forearm smash. The Jamaican opposition suggests he disappears pronto. And now for something completely different. This is an Italian inter-town match that has been held annually for centuries. It's a local derby in which private schools are settled and no prisoners are taken. The only rule seems to be to punch the lights out your nearest opponent. Some might say that's where I learned to play the game. In 2 hours of play, there were more fights than Don King puts on in a year. 9 players needed hospital treatment after the brawl was over. There were 7 players with broken bones, and quite a few of the local senoritas went without their cannelloni for a while. Mind you, it was good to see from a tactical point of view that the winning goal came via the Wimbledon style, Route 1.
Another favourite Hollywood character of mine was Rocky. I could have been his right-hand man. When I was a kid, I learnt to box, one-handed. We only had one pair of gloves between us in our school gang, so we used to box with only one glove. There was not a film camera in sight for the strangest boxing match I ever saw. When he was manager at Wimbledon, Bobby Gould was having a bit of an up-and-downer with my old teammate Dennis Wise. One day, Gouldy arrived in training with one pair of boxing gloves. He and Wisey had it out in a makeshift ring formed by the rest of us players. No wonder they called us the Crazy Gang. But I don't think Gouldy would have dared take on my best mate at Wimbledon, John Fashioner. Now he could have made it in boxing. It takes a lot of bottle to climb through the ropes, but Fash always had plenty of that. I've always liked the fight game, but what you're about to see is boxing gone crazy. It underlines the first rule of boxing: defend yourself at all times, even after the bell.
We start below the belt as Andrew Golotta gets himself disqualified in the 7th round against Riddick Bowe. He lands low once too often and is thrown out by the ref. Then all hell breaks loose. The decision sparked one of the worst ring riots in boxing history and included Golotta getting whacked on the head with a mobile phone used like a cross by one of Bowe's supporters. The ring nearly collapsed under the weight of invading fans, and it was just as bad outside the ropes, with fighting breaking out all around Madison Square Garden between Bowe and Golotta supporters. Suddenly it was like a convention for New York City muggers, and totally innocent people were getting clobbered. It's a wonder nobody was killed as chairs were launched like missiles. Yeah, it's those chairs again. You can't have a real riot without them these days, can you? And here's Riddick Bowe in bother again, this time against Elijah Tillery.
Incredible conclusion to round number 1. Carl Milligan, the referee, they go at it again. There were still several seconds to go. It seemed like a long round. There's the bell, and now some extra work. Oh, a little kickboxing by Elijah Tillery. Bowe won't stand for that. Rock Newman, the manager of Riddick Bowe, and a tag team comes in, and Elijah Tillery does a 360, a spill out of the ring. Pandemonium in the ring at the end of round number 1. Elijah Tillery dumped off the apron, taken down by Rock Newman. And at this point, I believe Tillery has been disqualified from the fight.
The clear message from this next incident is watch your back, even after the fight. Over to commentator Steve Oldsworth.
He's got it now. Look this way. Well, and Benton in big trouble. He's going to be, no, it's all over. So Louis Veach wins in 2 rounds then. What a tremendous turn up for the books. Louis Veach gets himself smack in the title picture with a 2nd round stoppage and destruction. Oh, goodness me, what's going on here? What an idiot. What an idiot. What a complete idiot.
Stop this in the ring. Hold on. Can you all, everybody keep calm now, please. Can we stop this in the ring right now? Can everybody just stay there? Everybody, where you are, can we calm down, please? Can we simply calm down?
He gets a very serious thrashing.
Here we are with our old pal Riddick Bowe again. Watch what he does to the unsuspecting Larry Donald.
If you really think you're loaded, you wait till after I put my foot in your ass.
There's whoever
You trying to say you don't think that would be possible? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, I know it's how you figure that? What?
What is he on?
How you figure that? Come on back. Come on back.
Of course, this was much better value than their boring 10-round fight, which Bowe ended up winning on points. but it certainly helped put bums on seats, as did the unplanned bundle between Herbie Hyde and Michael Bennett at what was supposed to be a press photo call.
Hey, right, go! Come on, hey! Come on, break it up, break it up, break it up! Come back, come back. Break it up, come back. Break it up! Come on, come on.
Thank God for the blonde in the anorak. At least she can keep them apart if anyone else can't.
Well, you're mad, not bomb box, lad.
Come here, come here. Let's shake hands, guys, come on.
You're mad.
All right.
And just hark at Herbie. Sounds like Ben really squeezed his nuts.
Calm down.
While I was filming in the States, I raided a few secret vaults. And as you'll see, I've collected plenty of evidence to prove that no one can touch the Yanks when it comes to being sports nuts.
You'll start off at 10. What happens when you cross an American footballer with Olga Corbett? Something like this. Poetry in motion. And what about this bit of magic? The guy collecting this long pun doesn't appear to have anywhere to go, but he's got other ideas. He does a nifty bit of ducking and diving and then sets off on a marathon run for home. Go on, my son. Now here comes another brilliant touchdown. This guy completely confuses the opposition. It's like that goal Ryan Giggs scored against Arsenal. As sweet as a nut. But of course, it isn't always perfect. Bosh. He's off for an early bath. There are fighting mascots in English football like here with Pinky and Perky, all having the right bundle with Basil Brush. He's got nothing on what happens next in the States. Hold on, did someone call a copper? Indians 1, Cowboys 0. How about this for doing you nut? The spectator is piling in on the team mascot. Thinks he's Mike Tyson. And that hit gave this cock great balls of fire. Cock-a-doodle-doo? Not anymore, mate. Watch out below. These American footballers are just about to get dumped on, big time.
The name's Bond, James Bond. But forget about 007. The top man for me was Oddjob. Just think of the fun I could have had with this hat of his. Sorry, Arnie, old son. Now, the thing about Bond, he's smooth and stylish, so I suppose that rules me out. Have you noticed he never has a cock-up? Not like the lads in this next section. There's nothing worse for a professional sportsman than when he makes a cock-up in front of thousands of spectators. But it don't half help a video like mine.
Coming up here is one brilliant volley. Even Dennis Law would have been proud of. The only tragedy is the wrong net. Oh dear, was that a nutmeg? Of course, that's because he's used to playing with that big ball behind him in the corner there. Now that takes skill. The first thing you're taught in sport is which way to go. It's the same for American football. This way for a touchdown. This kid never got the plot. He's made a great interception, but then he runs the wrong way. The first rule of weightlifting is get it up. The second, get it down. Safely. Lifting was the easy part for this bloke. It was staying erect that gave him the problem. Boom! Now this could be an audition for Zulu. The idea is to throw the hammer. Not yourself. Now it takes years of training to throw one of these. 2 inches. Don't you just hate it when your pole breaks? And who greased this geezer's pole? Now this is a proper shot. Now this slam dunk will bring the house down. This is the most spectacular ring entrance you'll ever see. Oh, this way. Oh, that way. Under. That is quality.
On a majority vote, so one judge thought the Zulu Warrior won it, and you know it was that kind of fight. It was difficult to score. I gave 2 rounds level. He doesn't even know how to get out of the ring. Look. Oh well, he didn't know how to get in it, and he certainly doesn't know how to get out of it. But I'm delighted he did it. Good lad.
One of James Bond's talents was being able to talk himself out of any situation or into anybody's bed. These guys you're going to see now certainly like the mouth off. They're maybe not as cool as Bond, but they've become legends in their own lunchtimes.
This segment can only be named after our famous friend, John McEnroe.
No mistakes whatsoever.
Take a shot, please.
Go on,
Answer my
John.
question! The question, jerk! You know, I lost a little bit of control.
Here's Big Mac playing a match against his brother Patrick. And that was a mobile phone.
That's my mom. Tell her to wait. Hold on a second, all right? Dad, it's mom calling. You want to speak to her? I'll be home soon. She said to make sure you miss this return.
But even Mac's got nothing on this next geezer.
We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horseshit performance in the second half. Horseshit. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk. That's as simple as I can tell you. They kicked our ass.
Come on, Jim, say what you really mean. Just like Peterborough boss Barry Fry. He's never lost for words, has he?
Chef, well done, mate. Positive, coming out, punching it, coming out, getting down to it. Well played.
Brilliant, chef.
Ups, hopeless. hopeless as a defender, hopeless as an attacker. 3 times. If I was Big Mark 4, I'd smack you on the fucking nose. Do you know why? Because I've run 70 yards up front for a long throw, and you threw it to Harry, and we it up between us 3 times. 3 times. We got a giant. Why don't you get in there? He smashed you. You're allowing him 3 headers here, 3 headers there. Fucking jump with him. I want you to jump with him. We're doing stupid things in stupid situations. Foxy goal back door. Where was your left back? Again, left back. Geezer, you never left back. You're going up his arse. Get the man. He's supposed to stop the outside right, not play handball with you. He don't want a hand held. Get out there and do your own job. Who's on and spinning off? You do your job and let other people worry about them. You get on. You let us down Saturday. Down again today. Defend the back post. 28 goals you've cost us because of that. You off. You off. You got to do your own jobs. Don't bother about other people's. Do your own first. All of us, get out there in 45 minutes. Come on, we've had enough chances to win any game.
The geezer coming up next makes Barry Fry look like a wimp. And now for a Weight Watchers contest. First contender, William Perry, known as the Refrigerator. They reckon he can eat a whole fridge in under 2.5 seconds. The fridge weighs in at a mighty 24 stone, and the last time he landed for a touchdown in New York, they reckon he caused an earthquake in California. Out of the way. And here's my old mate Eric Esch, better known as the Butterbean. He can do 400 cans of them in under a second. Just don't stand downwind of him afterwards. But sadly, Butterbean can't go more than 4 rounds because at 24 stone he just doesn't have the stamina. And by the way, that is not Linford Christie.
Forget it, don't Butterbean. Now he tries to follow it up. White actually took it very well, though. And now he gets clocked another left hook, and the Bean coming forward and encouraged by the fans. Bean trying to suddenly punch him, and he does there with a right hand, and down goes White, and down goes Joe.
Our next contender is known as the Dump Truck. He was a top sumo wrestler in Japan for a long time. And I should think there's been a few prawn crackers past those lips. He's a mere lightweight at 30 stone and he comes from Hawaii. Hence, the grass skirt. Joe Nolomu is a titch compared with a dump truck. He only weighs in at about 18 stone, but he's got the speed of an Olympic sprinter and the strength of a weightlifter. Lomu is like a jet-charged tiger. That's why they call him awesome.
You can lay back now and relax. This part is purely for entertainment value. There's enough going on to satisfy even a producer of Hollywood action movie. There's no rhyme or reason for putting it in, other than for fun. As you'll see, it gives a whole new meaning to Great Balls of Fire.
Well, we weren't exaggerating when we decided to call this video Great Balls of Fire. This is a new game in Japan called Fireball. They reckon when the man of the match took the winning ball home, he burnt the whole house down. Believe me, you need a lot of balls to take part in this sport. And now for the best tackle of all time. This is what you call skin-tight marking. Now, of course, no one streaks in Iceland because of the cold weather. Or do they? Gaza! Fancy a game of cards? Make sure it's not in America. This is their version of strict poker. The idea of the game is, whoever's left at the table takes the kitty. They can have mine. Oh. And now basketball. Some of these fellas you're going to see now wouldn't be out of place in the Harlem Globetrotters. This shot coming up now was in the last 5 seconds of a match and it turned defeat into victory. Look for the David Beckham shot. Again, it's the last seconds. The shot coming up would have won the match. It's amazing. Can you believe that? He's drop-kicked the ball into the basket. We're going to have another look at this. Now here's a tactic that I wish I'd thought of. It's crappy old camcorder quality, but the content is priceless. You need to keep your eye on the back of the court. A pity the opposition didn't know that. The crafty getters nipped off the court, run round the back, and come back on to score in a carefully planned move. Now I wonder how long it would take them Fash to run around the back of the ground when I was playing with them at Wimbledon. Now let's have another look at this. Magic. Now coming up, probably one of the best goals ever scored. Especially as the player dribbling down the wing, taking everybody on to smash it in the top corner, is a goalkeeper. This is how to greet somebody in American football. This is how not to. Over here. On me head, son. Where'd that come from? And we finish with one of the most amazing team celebrations you'll ever see.
That was great balls of fire. If you've enjoyed my video, come again. If not, it's been emotional.